Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. Hope you're all well. And today we're doing a stitch with me. Sorry, zoomed in. I'm actually going to be working on this piece. As you can see, I haven't got much left to do. It's getting close to a finish, so I've worked on this a bit this week already. But I thought I'd do a stitch with me on it. So, without further ado, let's get going. I hope everybody is well and having a good week so far. Even though it's almost the end of the week. Mine's not been going too bad, sort of. As I mentioned in my last stitch with me, we were on lockdown. That got extended till Sunday. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be lifted on Sunday. We've got to wait till Sunday morning to find out if it's going to be lifted or not. So hopefully, fingers crossed. We've had a fair few cases. Well, we haven't, Brisbane have. They're up to, we just had another 10 cases today, so I think they're up to about 80 cases or something like that at the moment. But it's all local, so the new cases that they had today are all in quarantine already because it's the family members of the people who caught it. And it's the Delta variant that we've got going through at the moment. So far, it's not spreading too bad here. Unfortunately, not like those down in New South Wales. They've just had another record day of nearly 300 cases in one day. And again, theirs is the Delta variant as well. So they've got a fair few cases down there at the moment. I think they're up to nearly 4,000. So anyone from down there, hope you stay safe. Stay away from the idiots who like to go and protest. I managed to get a knot there, it's beyond me. Going through the strand. Don't know how I managed that, but I have. Let's try that again. So we have a new guy started at work, and you know how I say about my nice South African friend, this one's just as bad. He's not as bad, but he doesn't listen. He's one of these guys who thinks they know it all. He's done everything and anything, but he just doesn't listen to what you tell him. So you tell him to do something, he does something completely opposite. You tell him not to do something, and he does it anyway. So luckily I only had him on my sofa this week. Next week he's on with somebody else. And boy, is he a talker. He can talk the hind legs of a donkey, I think. But he's also got, anything you say, he's got a friend that does it. So, but never mind. He seems an alright kind of person, but it's just a tad annoying. The main fact that he doesn't listen. But we'll see if he lasts. He's only been there 2 weeks. And on week 3 is when most people decide that the job's not for them and decide to leave. So we'll see what happens. So it's not been too bad a week weather-wise here. It's been quite warm during the day. I'm going to say we were meant to go up to 30 the other day, and that never happened. We got up to about 27. but for the rest of the week it's been around about 23, 24, so it's not been too bad. Getting down to like 3 degrees in the morning though. It's a bit chilly at night, which I don't mind. I prefer it to be cold at night time than warm. I'm stitching a little bit different today. Well, I'm trying to keep you in frame. I'm back on my old settee. Oh, as always, my phone goes off. On the old settee at the moment. Don't want that one. In what will be my craft room. Because Shane's having a nanny nap in the other room. In the main room. So, now this one I was meant to do this video for yesterday. I just never had the time. So it's going up today, which means you'll get this today, and then you should get my update video tomorrow. Should. In future, I'm hoping to get these videos out, one on a Tuesday and one on a Thursday. So we will see how well I can do with that. So I do have a couple of questions. First one is from Jane, who wanted to know where I hang my phone, because sometimes it makes her feel drunk. So my phone, for recording these, is actually in my Lowry stand. I do have a new stand for the phone, so I can do these and still use my Lowry stand. But I haven't got anything to grab it onto at the moment, because everything I have, drawers, tables, everything like that, is too fat for the stand to grip onto. So yeah, so I've not been able to use that one yet. So I'm still using my Lowry stand. So, and then it's obviously above, pointing downwards. So that is where my phone is. So if it's making you feel drunk, just let me know why, so then I can try and adjust it so it doesn't make you feel as drunk. Hoping you can hear me alright. I'm going to say it's a smaller room here, so it might echo a little bit more. I'm not sure. So I've locked the cats out of the bedroom as well, so they can't come in. So you won't hear them today, unless they decide to start playing right outside the door. Yeah, so this piece, I'm going to say, I'm wanting to get this finished soon. It's almost done, as I showed you. Not much more to go. I worked it out. I think I've got about 1,000 stitches to go in it, minus whatever we do today. And then it's down to the back stitching, which is going to be fun. Back stitching with metallics. So the next question I've got is from Siskate, who asks how I decide which whip to stitch on each week. And that one, I'll say it just depends. I have a couple that I do each week. So my Tiger Family of the Jungle, my Big Cats at the moment, because that's for a challenge. They're the only ones I have set that I'm going to use. And then I'll look at what I've not worked on for a while, and decide whether I want to work on that one or not. So I don't really have a way. I'll just go through my box of projects. Sorry, moving it around. I just go through the box of my projects and think, I've not worked on that one for a while, maybe I should do that. The only reason I haven't really worked on the kids ones for a while is because I knew I was going to be working on mainly kits for August. So that's why. Sorry, I put my pattern too far away, I can't see where I need to go next. Obviously I really need to sort out this other camera way so I can have the project still as I'm stitching, instead of trying to have it propped up on my knee and stitch it away. We'll get there eventually. I need to buy a desk or something. So, but yeah, there's no way I normally just have a set routine for working on what projects. I just, let's say, pick one, go through and think, I've not worked on that for a while, and pick one. But then you always seem to gravitate towards your favourite few, and you're like, I'll do some more on this one. I'll do some more on this one. So it's like this one at the moment. I'm like, yeah, I want to get this finished. It's almost done. So this one's getting a bit more love than normal. You can't even see what I'm stitching. Good job a lot of people don't watch what you're stitching when you're doing stitch reviews, they just listen to you. Because you wouldn't have been able to see anything. That was that one. Next one's from Carol, who has an animal question regarding over here. And she said I've seen some news about trash parrots in Australia that have mastered opening trash bins to get to food. There's a picture of two of them working together to open a huge dumpster. Do you have these smart birds in your area? The answer to that is yes. The pterodactyls that you hear in the background normally, so the cockatoos, they're what the trash parrots are. I had to Google it to see which ones they were showing, but yeah, it's the cockatoos. So they work together and open the trash bins to go rummaging for food. So it's the cockatoos that do that one. We also have another bird which we called dump birds, which is the ibis, and they go around and they're maintaining the dumps. That's why they're called dump birds, picking out all the leftover foods and stuff like that. But see a lot of them near work, so they hang around on bin days, seeing if they can get anything. So yeah, so we do have trash birds, if you like. So the dump birds, ibises, and the trash parrots, which are the cockatoos. Yeah, the cockatoos are very clever at opening stuff. If they want it, they'll have it. Again, near work, there's generally loads of cockatoos hanging around on the streets near work. I don't know why. They just pick specific streets and they just hang around on there. So there must be more food or whatever going around where they are in those areas. She also, Carol also asked as well, haven't seen the Mirabilia for a while. Is it resting? Yep, I just haven't got around to pulling that one back out yet. Because obviously I had Christmas in July, so that was all Christmassy stuff, and this one I'm doing kits, so it will come back out at some point. I haven't decided when. Someone asked as well about my pandemic. That will be out soon again as well. There's just too many projects to work on. That's my own fault for starting so many. And we're starting small with the kits that haven't started yet. So some of those will get started this month. So I'll have even more projects to pick from. Ooh, sorry if you just vibrated a bit then. I just hit you with my head. Missed. Floss chicken bin stitch. I just missed that one. I wanted it to go. Oh. Well, this one, on the video you can actually see the metallics are putting, so that's the dark green and the light green for the seaweed. Hate that stuff. Alright, the next one is from Kate. Now one of these I probably won't be able to answer, Kate, because I'm not a linen person, but she sent a couple of questions. The first one is, how do you tell the proper side of linen from the outer side? Is there a tried and tested way to overcome this? So with the linens, I couldn't tell you. I just pick it up and stitch on it. So if anybody can help with that one, to say how you just know which side is the correct side of linen, can you please put some comments down below so I can pass those on, because I have no idea. As I say, I don't use linen, so I'm not 100% sure on that. Well, I say I don't use linen. I've got a couple of pieces on linen, but I still don't know how you tell the different sides. So if anyone can help out Kate on that one, if you can, just add a comment below. Next part is, I don't think I can count. So you and me both. So she has, make so many mistakes and end up having to take bits out again and then restitch them. What tips would you and tricks could I try to help me get everything in the right spot? So depends on what kind of project you're working on, really. I mean, if you're doing a full coverage one, then my suggestion is get the easy guide or grid your fabric. That one, well, the easy guide definitely helps me, but still, every now and then I still make a mistake. And don't go further than you need to. So, for example, if you're doing a full coverage, just do like a 10 by 10 block first or something, and then move on to the next one, or just stick within that area so you can easily count where you need to. Take your time, don't rush, and if needs be, double check, or count and count again. Works for me. Obviously when you've got big blocks of colour like this, then it's pretty easy. But yeah, I'm going to say I've got no tips or tricks for how to count. I'm going to say I'm terrible at it, and I'm always counting wrong. missed a stitch. I'll get that in a second. See what I mean? I can't count either. I missed a stitch of how many I need to put in. Question 3. How long do you estimate it will take you to finish your largest taid? So, well, the largest one I've got going on at the moment is obviously my super-sized tiger family. And originally I worked it out, it would take me 10 years to complete. But it just depends on how many stitches I get in it this year. That could go down to 7 years. So it just depends, one, on how much I stitch on it, as to how long it's going to take me. But yeah, I've worked it out, it's probably going to take me up to 10 years to do. But again, with this focus on it this year, how I have done, it may drop it down to about 7 years after that. So it's going to take me a while, and then I've still got 5 more super-sized ones to start. So that's going to be fun. But those ones I'm going to do on 28 count. The super-sized tigers on 25. So I'm going to do those on 28 count. So that should speed it up a little bit, hopefully. And I may do them 10 stitch as well. But I haven't decided yet. We will see. And question 4. You mostly say things about Shane which are not complimentary. Can you name 3 things you really like about him? No. I'll get back to you on that one. No, I'm joking. So, 3 things I like about Shane. His weird sense of humour. It does make you laugh sometimes with some of the things he comes out with. It's like, where the hell did that come from? So yeah, he's got a weird sense of humour. And he also laughs at his own jokes as well, all the stuff he's done. But it's a funny thing he does when he starts laughing. He always starts rubbing his head for some reason when he's laughing after he's done something. And so yeah. It's very clever when it comes to mechanical stuff. Not like me. So, something wrong with a car, you'll sort that out, no problem. So, I can sort some things out with some stuff, but not like that. I mean, he's never gone to college or anything like that to learn how to do mechanics. He's all self-taught, and he knows more stuff than a lot of people. So, it's very clever that way. So what's that? That's 2. He's an alright cook as well. So he can make some really nice food. He actually makes Yorkshire puddings better than I do. Put it that way. I've been brought up making Yorkshire puddings, and his turn out better than mine. I don't know how. And he just goes by a recipe that he's found online, and his turn out a lot better than mine. And yet mine's a passed down recipe from my mum, and mine turned out not too bad, but it's turned out a lot better. That's that one. Let's try and find the next question. I'll turn that over, you don't really want to see the back. The next one's from Louise, who asks, how do you store your floss? And what do you do with all your finished work? well, my finished work, I haven't got many of that, so it's on the wall. Only got one piece, that's really finished. Got a couple of ornament ones that I still need to sort out, but they're all Christmassy ones, so those will get sorted out for Christmas, maybe. Floss, I'm getting in a tangle with this one. So my floss I store on thread drops mainly. I've got one kit that is all bobbinated, which is for my supersized tiger family. All the rest is on thread drops. And then the ones that are fully kitted up, I'll be in the kit with them. The ones that are not fully kitted up and all the floss I've got is just in 2 big Ziploc bags on thread drops. So we're out the way of the cats. But yeah, finished work, I don't have much finished work. So I don't have that many finished pieces. Hopefully I'll have another finished piece to it soon. This one. But all the other finished pieces I've got are only small pieces, so they're just little Mill Hill kits and stuff like that I did last year. And they're just in a drawer at the moment, waiting to be finished off. The next question is from Patty, who says, I always feel like you have a ton of progress to show each week. Do you find counting your stitches makes you more productive, or is it working on a project on a specific day? No, it doesn't matter which project I'm working on, I just sit down and stitch. But as I've said before, I don't have anything going on in the background, so I don't have any music on, TV, YouTube, anything like that. I just sit and stitch. I do keep track of my stitches, but that doesn't really make me want to stitch more. I do the odd challenge, as you know. I don't mind a good challenge, so that pushes me to do more stitching. I am in a Facebook group called Survival of the Stitches, which is a fun little group. You have to build a settlement, and every now and then you get attacked by monsters, and you've got to stitch a certain amount of stitches to kill it, and so it's a fun little challenge group. So that one kind of gets me stitching a little bit more, because it's like, to obviously be part of the team member, you've got to pull your weight, so you may have like, say 4,000 stitches to stitch between the team. So, you know, you've got to do X amount of stitches yourself, and then if you can do extra, you can do. So that kind of motivates me to stitch a little bit faster on my projects. But supersized tiger family, that one, I really pushed myself on that one because I want to see good progress on it. Especially since I want to get to the tiger. That was my first main one. So I pushed myself a bit more so I could get to the tiger. And now I want to see the full tiger's face, but it's like, which way do I go? Because from the last stitch with me, you'll know I've nearly finished that page. I'm still deciding where to go from there, whether to go straight underneath and finish the face off, or go across back to the start of that row, which is what I might do, and start filling in his body. Because I don't think those pages should take too long, although there is a fair bit of confetti in the tiger's fur. For these main body parts, I don't think there's going to be as much as what there is in the head part, because it's all going to be mainly, what I'm saying, so maybe a lot of the same colour, majority of colours, but we will see. I'll decide that this weekend when I stitch on it again, if I get the page finished. So Geneva asked 2 questions. Now one of them is with regards to stitching on black Aida. So that one, I will do a separate video on that one. I might add that into my next stitch with me. I might work on something on black Aida for that one. So another question is, when working on a pandemic in the silk floss, do you plan how you stitch based on the colour? No. What I do, as you know, is I'll split into 3. So I'll pick one strand from one piece and then start stitching that. When that one runs out, I will pick a strand from another ring and start stitching that one, and so on, and then go back to the start after the 3rd one. So, and I just stitch like a motif or whatever as I'm going along, and I just follow a path, and where that takes me is where I stitch. So it may not be the complete motif, it might be part of a motif, then on to something else, like the border or something like that. So yeah, but no, I don't have a set way I do it. I just pick the next colour and go ahead. Well, obviously, because it is variegated floss, I do make sure I do a complete cross, which I do anyway. But I do the full cross. I don't do one leg and come back and do the other, because then you don't get the same variegation. So I do a full cross at a time. But yeah, I have no set way of planning it. I know some people plan how they want it all to look and which motifs they want to do in this colour and which motifs they want to do in that colour. But because it's all like the same silk, the Pride, Mrs. Aida's Pride, I just stitch it where it takes me. So I don't plan anything out, I just stitch. Sorry if the camera keeps wobbling. I must have the camera a little bit lower than what I normally do, because I keep headbutting it. Reminds me about that strand. Yeah. I think that was the last question. I've been 33 minutes. So the next one's from Sherry, who asks, do I do my own framing or have it done professionally done? So that I've only got one piece framed, and I did that myself. And well, I kind of learned from my mistakes on that one, so I might, when my next one is framing, I'll try a different way of doing that one, so we'll see. If you do frame your own, how do you do the framing? So with with the one I've got framed, which is my Majestics Tiger, I bought the chart. I bought the. Sorry, I'm just checking where I need to go to. I bought the frame, and then I was going to put the matting in, but I stuffed the matting up. I was going to make my own kind of like matting from the poster that comes in it, but I stuffed it up. And all I did was double-sided sticky tape. So I just wrapped great as central as I could, and just wrapped it round and double sellotaped it down. It stuck, so it worked. But yeah, like I say, the next time I do it, I may try a different way. I know people do lacing. Is it lacing? I think it's lacing, where you put your strand of going across the back like that, and then pull it tight and it pulls it. So I may try that on my next one. But like I say, I've only really done the framing once, so I can't say I'm an expert at it. It looks good enough for me. But we will see how we go on the next piece, which will probably be, I'm guessing, this one, because this isn't one closest to a finish. So I'm guessing this will probably be my next one that I frame. And I think that's all the questions I've got. Our next one's from Sally, who asks if I listen to music or audio books when I'm stitching. As I mentioned before, no, I don't do any of that. When I'm stitching, I don't have anything on in the background because it distracts me. I'm easily distracted. I mean, even having music on, I mean, as fun as it is having music on, I'll sing along to it, and then I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing. So, and my singing's not good. So yeah, no, I don't do any of that. And if I'm listening to an audio book, I don't really listen to audio books. I prefer to read books than listen to them, because I'm one of these who actually get lost in the story. So I kind of create the world in my head, if you like. So I kind of get myself lost in it. So I'm actually in the book, if you like. So that'd definitely be no good for me, because I'd get no stitching done whatsoever. So no, I don't listen to anything on there. She also wants to know how my accountancy course is going, and the answer to that is I haven't started it yet. I need to find how much it's going to cost me. From what I can find online, it's going to cost me about $4,000 to do, which isn't cheap. And I'm on the wrong row. Oopsie. That one doesn't need to be there. But before I can do the accountancy course, I need to get a new computer, because you have to run specific software that they give you, and you also need to have Excel, it says. Now, I've got an old laptop, and I tried using it the other day to see if it was okay, but it needs an update. So I was like, okay, well, I'll update it. So I spent an hour waiting for it to update, for it to turn around and say that it can't update because the computer will not support the software. So I need to get a new computer stroke laptop. I need to get that first before I can look at my college course, but computers over here are not cheap. So I think the computer's going to cost me anywhere from $600 to $3,000, depending on what kind of computer I want. So it's got to be a Windows one for the college course. So in this case, I'm trying to save up money so I can get the computer, and then I can look into the course to then find out how much that's going to cost me and what programs I need, if I need to buy any programs for it. So yeah, so I have a funny feeling it's not going to be this side of this year before I start the course. But I want to get into it because I really enjoyed it when I started it in the UK. And it's what I've wanted to do for a long time. But because I'm in a job that doesn't pay a great amount of money, and what money we do get There's some bills and everything, and there's not much left at the end of every week. So I don't get to save an awful lot. It's going to take me a while. So I was thinking of having a look to see how much it would be to go on HP, I purchase. But I have a funny feeling it may cost me more a week or a month, whatever, than I can afford. So we will see. But because we're in lockdown, I can't go see it about it to find out how much it's going to cost. So I'm going to have to wait until we're out of lockdown for that. Oh well, again we're about another 45-minute video, so I'll end this stream and then we'll call it a day on this, so then I can get it uploaded. So again, any other questions or comments, guys, please feel free to either drop those down below or send me an email. As always, all my details are linked in the description box below, so you can email me at dizzystitcher@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram under dizzystitcher and you can contact me on there. Sorry, so I put the camera again before I finish. So as I say, hopefully you can hear me okay on this one. If there's any problems, do let me know. I mean, I always listened back to this. Oh, I can't speak now. I always listened to the videos anyway before I upload it. But I'm hoping that it all sounds okay. So that'll do me. I don't know how many stitches I've done because I haven't marked them off, so I need to do that when I finish. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let's zoom out, see. So I didn't do too bad. Did a fair bit. So maybe about 100 stitches ish. So that's it from me then, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Again, if you're new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed. And until next time, guys, which will probably be tomorrow. Happy stitching, happy crafting. And if you don't watch my update at the weekend, I'll see you in my next stitch with me next week, which should be Tuesday. So until then, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye for now.